Hi everyone, Victoria in Agent Development, and I am going to walk you through how to create mailing labels using the Engage CRM and Avery's own website. So I am just in the My People section of Engage, and I'm going to go find whoever it is that I want to create mailing labels for. If it's a group, I could search for that specific group and then just show those people. So maybe I have a group for a newsletter or a neighborhood that I'm farming. Once I find those people that I want, I can go through and select them individually or click Select All. Once I've selected at least one person, this bar up here becomes active, and I'm going to go to Export Mailing Labels. Now, this is actually just going to spit out a CSV file with the names and the addresses, and then I'm going to go configure my labels. There's a couple of different ways that you can do this. You can do a mail merge using Word and Excel, or in Google, you could use Sheets and Docs, but you have to have an add-on for that. And I just like going directly to Avery to get it done. So in a different tab, I have Avery's website open. It's just avery.com. You do have to create an account to be able to create custom pieces, but it's free and you just got to sign up. So you can see I've already done that. I'm already logged in. You can see my initials here showing that I'm logged in. So I'm going to click on templates up here at the top. And then I'm going to click on this first option down here on the left where it says address and shipping labels. And then I'm going to just go through and select the Avery label size that I have. The 5160s are, I think, like the most popular for mailing labels. So they're here first. And that's what I'm going to go ahead and select. And then I'm going to click this big red Start Designing button. They have a bunch of different designs already in here that you could scroll through and choose from. They have a couple here up at the top that give you like a nice placeholder where you could throw in the Tucker T, which you can get on the toolbox, or if you have a custom logo or something that marketing has created for you, you could throw that in here as well. For this demonstration though, I'm just going to go ahead and select this completely blank label. So I'm going to say select this design, and then it's just going to show me a blank label. So over here on the left, there's an icon that looks like a spreadsheet where it says Import Data Mail Merge. I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to say Start Import / Merge. And then I'm going to go find that file that I just downloaded from Engage. So I'm just browsing on my computer. I'm going to say Browse for File. And then it's in my downloads. It's right here. It'll be called Moxie Engage People, and then whatever date it is that you exported it. So I'm going to select that, hit open, and then it's going to show me kind of a preview of that CSV file. That CSV file will have their name, company, job title, and address. I don't want company and I don't want job title, so I'm going to deselect these columns. So I'm going to say no to company and no to job title. And you can see I've still got names and then address, city, state, zip. I could even then go through and say like, oh, I don't want this one. I could deselect that person. It just gives me another chance to look over all of the names that I have and select just the people that I want. So the first row will actually just say like name, company, address. You could even unselect this one if you wanted. I'm going to leave that one though. And I'm going to say next. Then it allows you to arrange the fields however you want them to appear on the label. So I want full name, and then I want the address underneath that, right? Then underneath that, I'm going to say city. Whoops, I left a space though. Let me get rid of that. After city, I'm going to go ahead and put the comma and put a space, and then state. There we go. And lastly, at the end, I'm going to put zip code. So you saw I had a little trouble getting them in there, but you can reconfigure them all to look the way that you want, and then hit next. And then this is just saying that you can edit all the labels at once, or you are able to edit individual labels. I'm going to hit finish. And then it's going to show me what the label would look like. This is where I could then, again, like move some of this stuff around if I wanted, make sure that the spaces are in there correctly. I can then even move this down, make it a little bit more centered. I can select, go Control All, select all of it. And over on the left, I have some editing tools. So I could make this bold. I could make it bigger. I can change the color. Again, move it so it's centered, whatever it might be. I think I can even put graphics. Yeah, I have an image uploader here. So if I wanted to add an image, so again, like a logo or the Tucker T, whatever it might be, I can add that. Once I have this formatted though, how I like it to look, I think it's good. I can say preview and print down here in the lower right-hand corner. And then here's exactly that. Here's a preview of what the labels look like. And then if I'm good with that, I can actually order these and have Avery print them, but obviously that costs money. Or I'm probably just going to do the print it yourself option up here in the right-hand corner. So I'm going to say print it yourself. And then it says like, hey, do you want to print everything? Yes, I do. Get PDF to print. And then this is where it says like, hey, we think you should save these. This is why having like a profile or an account with Avery comes in handy. They actually make you have an account, so it's handy, but it's required. So if I say save, it just allows me to save it to my Avery account, and it lives like here on the cloud, so I don't have to save it like on my computer or anything like that. I could hit save and then save it and walk through printing it. For sake of time, I'm going to say don't save, so I get the next screen, and then here it will show me that I can open up the PDF. It's going to open it up in another tab. Boom, there's the PDF. My labels look great. I can just go ahead and go print, probably on the bypass tray, or check with your admins. I know some offices have label specific printers, but I would just check with them. I'm also a big fan of printing these once just on regular paper and sort of holding it up to the labels and making sure that everything lines up correctly. Otherwise, if they seem a little big when you go to print, you can adjust like the scale and make it a little bit smaller or larger if you need to, but just so that you don't waste labels, I like to print one on plain paper, give it a once over, make sure everything looks good before I print on my labels. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, you know where to find us in agent development. Have a great rest of your day.